sticky notes, voice memos, a notes app that's basically a graveyard of half-baked ideas. Any of this sound familiar? If you're a small business owner doing your own marketing, scattered ideas are basically an occupational hazard. You've got them everywhere, and somehow none of them are making them onto your Instagram feed or into your next email newsletter. Because here's the thing. Sure, you have ideas, but you don't have a marketing plan. So you're really just doing random acts of marketing. Hi, I'm Tayler, a small business marketing consultant and one of the co-founders of Enji, which is the only project management tool that brings planning and doing your marketing together. And today I'm going to walk you through how you can take everything that's rattling around in your head and turn it into a weekly execution plan that actually gets done. So let's start with the slightly uncomfortable truth. Your list of marketing ideas has got to go. Yes, even the prettiest, most color-coded one. Because lists feel productive. You write something down, your brain gets a little hit of satisfaction, and for about 3 minutes, you feel wildly on top of things. But that list of ideas is not a marketing plan. It doesn't tell you what should happen first, what actually matters, how long things are going to take, when they should happen, what you should do this week versus what can happen in the future. So every time you sit down to work on your marketing, you open up your long list and get overwhelmed by all the decisions you have to make and end up just defaulting to whatever's easiest. So maybe a quick Instagram story, or you pop into your website editor and change the copy for the 10th time. Because when everything feels like something you can do, nothing gets done consistently. Your brain doesn't need more ideas in this case. It needs fewer decisions. And a marketing plan reduces decision fatigue. A list of ideas just gives you more things to make decisions on. So here's what we're going to do instead to make sure that you're actually doing your marketing on a weekly basis. And the first step is actually the opposite of organizing. What I want you to do is gather all of the ideas that you have and put them into one messy pile, but one pile. So I want you to set a 20-minute timer and go hunting in all of the places. Copy and paste all of the ideas that you've got in your Asana account, your Google Docs, pull up your notes app, listen to all of those voice memos that you sent to yourself and the screenshots that you took. Just make one messy master list and resist any urge that you have to edit it. Do not evaluate whether any of the ideas that you're putting on it are good or bad or too big or too random. That comes next. For now, every idea gets invited to the party because that messy, unfiltered brain dump is how you make sure that all of the good stuff doesn't accidentally get thrown away with the clutter. So then it's time for you to put on your editor hat. Because not every single one of your marketing ideas is going to graduate from good idea to something I'm going to do. So I want you to ask yourself one simple question as you go through each idea in your list. What goal does this support? And your goals right now might be something like book 5 more clients before the end of the quarter, or grow your email list by 200 people, or sell out your program the next time you launch it. I want you to go through that list and tie each idea to a specific goal. And if an idea doesn't clearly support a goal, it goes into a parking lot for later. You don't have to delete it. You don't have to say, I'm never going to do this. It just doesn't get a front seat right now. And you'll probably find as you go through this list, some ideas are fun, but not strategic. Some are great, but like just too big for right now. And some are obvious quick wins. You should keep those ones. But if you want to be a little extra ruthless, also ask yourself this question as you go through your list of ideas. If I only had 2 hours to work on my marketing next week, which is probably likely, which of these ideas would you actually choose? But here is the part where most small business owners take a misstep. because a filtered list of really good ideas that are tied to goals is still just a list if it doesn't have a place to live and a time to get done. So you need one marketing home base, one place that holds your ideas and your tasks and your schedule together, not 7. Just one place where you can see all of your marketing at a glance. And that's exactly what Enji was built to be. But even if you're not using Enji yet, the principle is still the same. I want you to document, consolidate, and then book the time it needs to get done, because otherwise you know it isn't going to happen. Speaking of time, next you need to decide on when you are going to do your marketing and which platforms and channels you're going to show up on. So I want you to pick the channels that make the most sense for your goals and your audience and your capacity. And then block the time in your week when you're going to work on them. Like even 1 to 2 hours a week beats the mindset of I'll get to it when I have time approach every single time. And fun fact, most small business owners only have a couple hours a week anyways. So you just need to plan for those hours that you're going to work on your marketing. And choose a day that consistently works for you most weeks. Maybe that's Monday mornings, Thursday afternoons, whatever it is that in general fits your life. And put it on your calendar like it's a client meeting. And the last step, which is easy to skip, so please don't skip it. A weekly execution plan isn't something that you set once and then just follow forever. Your business changes, your audience changes, your goals change, and some things you're going to try and just are going to find out that they don't land the way that you had hoped, and that is completely normal. So the key is to build in a regular moment to actually look back before you plan forward. So once a month, check in on your results. Which posts got traction, which emails got opened, which campaigns actually moved people to do the thing that you wanted them to do. And if you're in Enji, the KPI dashboard does this for you. It pulls in your key metrics and top performing posts so that you're not digging through 5 platforms to figure out what worked for you recently. So you can sit down, look at the data, and then let it guide you as you plan what's next. Because here's the truth. Your marketing ideas were never the problem. You're clearly creative and full of concepts that could genuinely move your business forward. The problem was that you were trying to use something to get them done that wasn't the right thing. Or more specifically, you were trying to use too many things when you really could just use one tool that does more for you. Because when ideas are scattered and unscheduled, they just stay ideas. But when you gather them, you filter them, you break them into tasks, and you assign those tasks to specific days, that's how you end up with a weekly execution plan to get your marketing done. And if you want a tool that holds all of that together for you, come try Enji, free for 14 days at enji.co. I've got the link in the video description below. And if this was helpful, give the video a like. It helps more small business owners find it. And drop a comment. I read every single one. So I'm curious to know, what are the biggest things getting in your way of your marketing actually happening?